Getting better and getting pucks deep.
Putting the puck deep.
Put pucks in deep.
He's chipping pucks. He's getting pucks deep.
Getting a lot of pucks deep. Getting pucks deep.
Just put the puck deep.
Getting pucks out. Getting pucks deep.
Get pucks deep. Wear them down.
Get pucks in.
Pucks in.
Pucks in deep.
Puck deep. Pucks deep. Keep getting pucks deep and deep.
Welcome to the Pucks and Deep podcast. Yeah. If you guys don't know, Parker was swiping on his Tinder account. If you find him, make sure to swipe right. He desperately needs, those those advertisements of
why are you advertising him, dude? We are not. We have no female viewership. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking is gonna happen.
He's
here.
the hot single MILFs in your area.
Tell your sisters about my Tinder account.
Oh no! Yes. Your moms, grandmas. He does not discriminate at all.
No, not grandmas.
He does not discriminate at all.
We're not going that far.
He
does not discriminate at all.
I do discriminate.
Back here, we're here with the Hoglander Dick Rider Parker.
Yes, sir.
Brown Vetchkin, dark chocolate in himself. My name's Ali, and we are here with the Gamecock enthusiast, Kylan. So,
You're.
This is a way to start a podcast.
You started with Tinder, you dumb fuck.
Well, I mean, what else are we supposed to start it with? You know what I mean?
Is that the name of the Epi Boys?
Tinder Boys? All right,
boys. So,
I think we want to start off with the breaking news. Might as well, we're at it, right?
Jacob Trouba trade?
Jacob Trouba, big deal, man. Big deal for Jacob Trouba. He got traded for Vakanainen and a fourth to Anaheim.
Basically a bag of pucks.
Mm-hmm. Again, there was rumors of him trying to get shipped off in the summer. Didn't happen, obviously. He wanted to stay in New York. What the hell is happening in New York? Because honestly, you see Friedman talking about, Chris Kreider might be gone soon. That's really, really concerning to me too.
Yeah.
Because Chris Kreider has been a long-term Ranger. He seems like one of those Ranger for life guys. What the hell is happening here? Another guy, I'm seeing rumors, I doubt it's going to happen, about Keandre Miller and Mika Zibanejad.
Yeah. I doubt they're going to get rid of Miller or
that would fuck me up. I could never see that. I'm sorry.
No.
Zibanejad is what? He's in his prime. He's what, 28?
Maybe. Something like
Zibanejad's 28, 29.
Probably around
And
there.
Keandre Miller's close to 25. He's still young, and he's already a top 4, top pair defenseman.
Yeah.
Right? I'd say he's a top pair defenseman.
Well, depends on the team.
Well, I'd say on the Rangers.
On the Rangers,
again?
he's top pairing.
Keandre Miller?
Oh yeah.
You okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm good. I zoned out there. My bad.
Do you guys just want to restart this?
No, I think we're good.
Oh, we're good.
Okay, we'll
I think
keep
we're
going.
good. I think we're good. I think we got a flow going.
Got a flow going. All right, bet.
Plus, then you get rid of Parker's Tinder ad, and he wants that.
Oh, everyone wants Parker's Tinder ad.
Yeah,
don't you?
why wouldn't we want my Tinder ad, dude? I'm lonely as fuck. Please hit me up. I'm lonely.
Please clip that.
Hit him up. Hit him up.
Please.
Hit him up.
Don't clip that. No, don't clip
Hit him
that.
up. Hit him
all
up.
things.
Yeah, I know. Parker, he's literally one of those sketchy ads of hot young men in your area,
Except for I'm not hot. But I am young and in your area.
Young, fat, average-sized dicks in your area.
Okay. All right. Not
very average.
Not as fat as I used to be. Very average dick. Maybe a little below.
Young, slightly obese.
Slightly obese.
Fuck, dude. Throwing shade
my
at me.
God.
Damn. All right.
All right, back to hockey.
Yeah.
How is that not hockey? Are you kidding me?
How's that not?
Yeah,
dude.
Trouba's a bag of pucks. He was traded for him.
Yeah, let's be honest.
He was traded for a bag of pucks. I don't even know who the guy they traded him for is.
From the Duck side, I think Vakanainen, I don't know. I feel like he's a top 6 defenseman. He's probably a bottom pair.
Who the fuck is Vakanainen?
Probably bottom pair. You're giving up nothing for your captain. I don't know. But then again, your captain is Mr. Chicken Wing.
Yep.
Yeah, he is, right?
Yeah. The man who is the cleanest. Well, the Ducks now have Racco. Ducks now have Racco Gudas and Jacob Trouba. Dude,
that team's gonna be nasty.
No one is safe from the elbows.
Dude, if somebody touches Trevor Zegras, they're fucked.
Dude, if someone touches their goaltender, they're fucked.
Oh yeah, Lucas Dostal gets a fucking.
Vakanainen was
Lucas Dostal gets 2 fucking bodyguards.
Yeah.
This Vakanainen guy is a former first-round pick in 2017.
Yeah, but that don't mean shit. Is he producing?
Yeah, but how's he doing?
No, 5 games played this year with 1 point.
Shocker.
What about last season?
Last season he put up 68 games, 1 goal, 13 assists.
Yeah. Bag
Again,
of
it's
pucks.
he's more of those. He's probably a seventh defenseman. You know
Or
what I mean?
defensive defenseman.
Yeah.
Like,
He
yeah.
can also be a defensive defenseman. Defensive defenseman.
It all
usually-
depends on what team he's being
I don't
put
think
on.
he's again like getting. Trouba's a great defender. First of all, let's just say that, right? I'm just shocked. Like, what is happening in New York right now? What is
Yeah.
actually happening? Like, I'm sorry,
Toxic
are we
locker
just going
room.
crazy? Toxic locker room? This team made the conference finals last year.
Yeah,
like
but-
what the hell switched?
Yeah, but think about this. Okay, if your captain that wants to get shipped off in the summer, that's going to bring some toxicity.
He didn't want to get shipped though. If he wanted to get shipped, he would have been gone in the summer.
I know, but what I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if your captain's getting shipped off in the summer and everyone knows about it, if your star goaltender is refusing to sign for $12 million, it just doesn't want to be
Yeah.
there anymore. Like, there's players there that just don't want to be there, and we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It could be some shit in the locker room, could be some shit with the coach. You don't know. Like, there's so many variables that you just don't know about that you can't predict.
Yeah, I get that, but like this Rangers team, this was their year. Let's be honest. This was their cup or bust year. Yeah, it was.
I think last year's a couple bust year.
You think last year was cup or bust?
I think it's bust.
Yeah. Because when did they truly come into their presence? Like when did they truly become the Rangers? It was probably
2 or
around
3 years.
22,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
2022.
They had a 2-year
You
gap
lose in
then.
22, you lose in 23, you lose in 24. You got to lose before you win, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like in Florida.
This
But
team
then-
needs to win, right?
Yeah, but think of it this way: you had a certain amount of time before one of your major pieces, Shesterkin, his contract was coming to an end, and seeing as Shesty just really does not want it doesn't look like he wants to go back.
Agreed,
Why
yeah.
wouldn't you just start over fresh? Like he's one of your main pivotal pieces out of your entire lineup. He's one of your main pivotal pieces, and he doesn't want to stay. So why wouldn't you just say, okay, cool, we're gonna tear it down, build back up? Because you're not gonna find another goaltender like Shesterkin. You're not going to.
Not likely.
Good point.
No.
Not likely.
Not one that's already tied up in a big contract.
Not one that's not
and
gonna
already-
want tons of money.
Mm-hmm.
Not one that's not gonna have a huge ass contract where you have to give up like half your fucking team for.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, tear down, rebuild.
I don't know if it's teardown time though. 'Cause, like,
Or don't even tear down, just retool. Like if they get rid of
Yeah,
Trouba, if
a
they get rid
retool
of
would be-
Kryger and just go Kreider and go to some younger guys and just retool it. I think Chris Kreider should go to the Montreal
so
Canadiens.
if you were the GM and you're telling us to retool, is Panarin gone? Because he's in his 30s now.
I don't think Panarin's
He's
done.
in his
No, because
30s
But I think,
Panarin's
now.
I think they get rid of some draft picks because when you think about it, they're not going to get any good draft picks anyway. Right?
Panarin is 33.
They're not going to
Yeah,
get any good
Panarin's not
draft picks,
producing.
but Panarin is.
Trouba wasn't.
He is producing, and 33 isn't
But,
that
like-
bad. Keep him for another 3 years.
he's your new
At
captain.
that point,
think Chris-
I don't know if I'd make Zibanejad the new captain.
I think
if I'm
Chris
being
Kreider
honest.
should go to the Montreal Canadiens.
Chris Kreider for Patrick
I
Laine.
fucking hate you.
There's 31 reasons why he should go to the
Oh,
Montreal
God.
Canadiens.
31 Damn. Damn. All right.
31 very, very strong reasons. All below the belt.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, buddy.
Okay. Talking seriously here, where do you
That was
guys?
serious.
Yeah.
Chris Kreider. I mean, he would be a great veteran presence on that team, but that team is not in win now right now. Like, where would you want to see Chris Kreider? Where do you think's the best fit right now?
Wearing number
Best fit?
31.
I could see him on Winnipeg.
Wearing number 31 with Montreal.
I could see Chris
actually
Kreider
don't
on
mind
Winnipeg.
that.
I could see Chris Kreider on
Oh
Winnipeg.
yeah, that would be a nice pickup.
But
I
then
get that,
again,
but
who does Winnipeg trade?
That's
to
what I was
get
going to say. Who do
Chris
they give
Kreider?
up?
Well, it would probably be picks, if we're being honest.
If it was Devin's choice, they get rid of their backup goaltender.
Do you think?
Well, I mean,
again, you got a first round
Who's their
pick.
backup right now? Eric Comrie?
Yeah. He's
that's-
Swiss cheese.
Do you
He's not
think
the
like
best,
giving up a
so-
Brad Lambert or something? Would you give up on him?
Lambert? I don't
Miranda
know.
Lambert? What?
I don't know.
Like, would you give up on a Brad Lambert? Again, he's looking very promising.
To
but-
get a Chris Kreider? I'm not sure.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah. Again, I think Winnipeg would be a great answer
Yeah.
for. But Brad Lambert again, that's the only asset I'm really looking at in New York.
Montreal's
Again,
a better fit.
But the other question too is New York trying to still win?
I don't know at this point.
Because if you're still trying to win, Winnipeg's a great place. Like, would you give up Velarde? Would you give up an Iafalo?
They're
Would you give
never
up a
going
Kupari?
They're never going to give Velarde. I'll tell you this right now, they will never give up
I was gonna
Velarde.
say, I think Velarde's a
Velarde
little
will
too big.
never leave unless he walks on free agency.
But like I think
Or
Erasmus
if they get
Kupari,
some
right? Kupari?
bullshit
No,
like
I'm thinking-
Kachuk or something.
that would be insane. Yeah, if they somehow pull off that would be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kupari's still a Winnipeg Jet. Like that's a guy I think
You know,
I wouldn't mind taking.
I could
risk
see
on.
Chris Kreider going to a team like Ottawa.
I couldn't see. I could see Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah, that's a possibility. But then
The
again,
only thing is
who does Minnesota give up for Chris
That's the
Kreider?
thing. The only scary thing is the fact that like if you look at Minnesota, if I'm shipping a guy around the league, and I saw this on another podcast, and I agree with it. If I'm shipping a guy around the league and I see Minnesota's GM call up on my phone, I am not answering. That guy has fleeced like so many GMs.
Yeah.
Really? Minnesota?
He got Philip Gustafson for like a 6th round pick. He got Brock Faber
It was
for like a
Gustafson for Cam Talbot. One for
yeah,
one.
it was,
That's
it was
his
for
trade.
Cam Talbot.
that's a
He
fuck
got
trade.
Brock Faber for like a 5th round pick, dude.
What? Brock Faber? I thought Brock Faber was a draft pick.
No, he traded
Was
for
he
Brock
not?
Faber.
He wasn't drafted.
He
by
traded for
Minnesota?
Brock Faber for like some AHLer, and like I don't know, it's like a 5th round pick or something like that. They got with Brock Faber.
Yeah, he was. Oh my God, he was drafted. That's insane.
Like he fleeced some people. So like,
Oh, it was the Kevin Fiala deal.
yeah, it was Kevin Fiala for a 5th and Brock Faber, dude.
Oh, so wait, that means that
Was it
Brock
fifth or was it-
Faber
was
was
it
an LA
third?
pick?
Yeah.
Traded from Los
Jeez.
Angeles with 1st round pick and a 2022. So yeah, Faber, a 1st round pick for Kevin Fiala.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Faber and a 1st round
I'm
Faber
pick.
and a
sorry.
first.
Okay,
While I
Kevin
think
Fiala is fucking awesome, right?
Yes, he's a great player.
He's
He
a
was worth
great
it, I
player.
think.
He's not
But
better than Brock Faber.
and a 1st round pick is crazy.
Yeah.
So
I think Faber for Fiala is like that's a little pushing a little bit.
A one for one's pushing it, yeah. Just
Yeah.
because of Brock
Faber's
Faber's
potential is
what's he's a
so
right-hand
high.
shot defenseman, right?
who wears glasses underneath his visor?
Yeah, with the tilt.
He's a hometown
fucking
kid
loser.
too.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
hometown kid too. Like that's awesome. That is just freaking awesome.
yeah.
But yeah, no. If like I saw some on that podcast that like if I saw that on from a GM's perspective, I'm fucking hanging up. Like I'm not.
Oh, probably.
Oh, 100%.
Even though I think
100%.
that Minnesota would be a great place for him, I'd hang up.
Yeah.
At this point, Minnesota would be a great place for anyone. Let's be honest.
True. All right, I want to get into some more breaking news, of which my friend Parker Stevens to the right of me has yet to find out.
Hopefully he hasn't.
Thatcher Demko is back with the
Day to day,
Canucks.
baby.
No, he's backing up
He's
tonight.
back in the lineup tonight.
He's backing up tonight. He's
No,
backing
but
up tonight.
yeah.
He's backing up tonight.
He's backing up tonight?
Yes, sir.
Shit, dude. Why isn't he starting? That lazy fuck. He's been out of the
Lincoln is on a fucking huge ass hot streak,
I know,
dog.
he's 10-1 on he's 10-0-1 on the road. But no, I'm really happy that Thatcher Demko's back.
Yeah,
That is
he's-
awesome.
it's
That is
gonna be
actually
great.
freaking awesome. I love it. Who are they
s-
playing? Do you know?
They're playing Columbus tonight. They're wearing the
that
black
should be a
skate.
winnie.
Wearing the black skate at home against Columbus. I wish Thatcher Demko was starting. I can understand why he isn't. Right?
Well, Lankinen's on a hot streak.
But this does mean that Demko, because he said beforehand that he's not going to come back to the roster, even to be a backup, unless he's comfortable doing the full routine. You know, the practices,
Well,
everything.
it said he was backing up tonight, right?
everything going
He's back
on.
in the lineup. So he might be starting again.
He could be a third option.
They're not
right?
gonna
He could
call
be
it
in a
yet.
suit in the stands, right? But even though he's still back in the roster, right? For it, he's
backup.
not.
Yeah,
not
he's
on
backup tonight.
LTIR
He's
anymore.
backup
He's
tonight.
backup. That's good, right? But with the position that he's in, that means that he's ready to go.
Okay.
Right? Him
Or
being
he's,
a backup,
or he's
it means
getting
he's
to the
ready
point.
to go.
Or he's getting to the point where he's ready to go. He's getting. He's
He-
almost there.
He did make a
No,
statement
I
saying.
think if he's in the lineup, he's there.
he did make a statement
only-
saying that I'm not going to come back unless I'm ready to go.
The only
Exactly.
Right.
reason why I'd
So-
say he's almost raised. The only reason I'm saying is because again, it's pace wise. You have
yeah.
to get used. Like you can do it in practice, but you have to get back used to the NHL pace for other teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
And that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. As a backup, you can start figuring out that pace again, not because you're in the play, because you're watching it in person go past you like
I
this.
assume they're probably going to put him as backup until we get like a pretty easy team.
You have Columbus.
You have
too.
Columbus
We have,
tonight.
We have Columbus. Columbus isn't the easiest.
When do they-
team
when do
in
they
the
play
world,
Montreal?
Okay, so
Right? Yeah, when do, when do we play Montreal?
all right,
but
so yeah, you guys got you got
Lankinen
Columbus tonight,
starting,
but you
I'm
got
assuming?
the Lightning on Saturday, I believe, or Sunday. Give me a second.
ooh, throw him in with the Lightning trial by fire type shit.
I was gonna
Fuck
say
that would be
Sunday, 2 p.m. game.
Sunday 2 p.m. Oh, so I can watch it.
Actually,
before
hold up.
Kylan's
So
game.
you got Blue Jackets, Lightning, Blues, Panthers, Bruins.
Oh, put him in against the Blues.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
him in against the fucking Blues.
Yeah, you got enough time. I think Lankinen's ready. Like, obviously, you play today, you rest. Lankinen's there for Sunday,
Oh, I
and
hate
then
this
Lankinen plays
homestand.
Tuesday.
I hate this homestand, dude. Tampa,
I know.
Florida, Boston,
Avs.
Colorado.
And y'all already can't win at home.
I know, dude. We have
you're-
what, like 3-2 wins on the road?
And speaking of which,
ridiculous. Or at home, on the road, we're
speaking
doing
of
good.
Vancouver Canucks, updates on their power play.
Okay. all right. The power play's been better. It's been better. It wasn't bad on the road trip though.
The Mickey Mouse power play.
It wasn't horrible. Okay, it's not a Mickey Mouse power play. I'm hoping. It was good on the road trip. All right, it was good on the road trip. What, like 27% or some shit on the road trip?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's pretty good, you know. I'm hoping that they can keep that up, but Phil Pronik's out of the lineup for 8 weeks, which that's a big hit to our PP2.
I thought you were gonna say it's a win because you were ranting about it the other day.
It's not because you think about it. Yes, he isn't the greatest puck mover, but he's still our top defenseman on the second power play unit, right? Even though you do have a guy like Eric Brandstrom, who's arguably a better puck mover than him.
Well, I think this is just Brandstrom's time to shine on that power play.
It's probably Brandstrom's time to shine, and I know he can prove himself there. He might not. He's been doing all right. He's been getting a few Genos. He's been doing all right. But I'm actually happy with how the Canucks power play was over the road trip. I hope they can have it during the homestand, especially because it's not an easy homestand either. But I think it might take a hit without Hronek in the lineup.
I think this homestand is really where Demko's going to come back because if you look at it with the homestand, you can't have Lankinen play all those games.
No, because most of them are difficult
He will
games.
be fucking dogged.
And
you can't. Why would I, as a coach, trust Arthur Sheelovs to throw him net when I have Thatcher Demko on the bench?
Exactly.
And I can give him a shot. And worst case scenario, you throw him in the first. Absolute worst case scenario, if his knee gets really that bad, you have Kevin Lankinen on the bench.
Exactly. And Kevin Lankinen is now. Before this season, he hadn't, but now he's proven himself as a solid NHL starting goaltender.
But what I'm saying as well is like if Demko's knee starts to hurt or something goes to shit with Demko and he's not ready for it back into the NHL yet, you can throw Lankinen back in, put him on the bench, and then the next game, if Lankinen needs a rest again, you can throw Sheelovs in there.
Exactly.
Which is an awful idea.
It's awful, given how he's played this season. He played the playoffs a lot better than he's played the regular season so far.
Oh, yeah.
But
you know what? He's still young, right? He has time to develop. A goaltender, usually goaltenders don't even get their start in the NHL till they're about 27 years old, right?
Unless their name is Dustin Wolf.
Yeah, depends on it.
Unless your guy
depends on the
Dustin
goaltender.
Wolf.
Usually around 24,
Dustin Wolf
25 age, you should see your
awesome.
goaltender come in. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Skinner was a little bit earlier than that.
Yeah.
Look at Edmonton's situation. You had Mikko Koskinen and Mike Smith.
Yeah.
Smith wasn't awful. It was just he didn't play awful.
He's
for them.
old and he was inconsistent.
No,
That's the worst part.
Yeah.
It's either he was the best goaltender in the fucking world or he was literal dog shit.
Yeah, because you could do so much better.
Yeah, but he was so good in the playoffs.
I mean, dog shit. Mike Smith was there's some
Mike's-
goal
yeah,
in the
but-
playoffs against Rasmus Anderson.
Yeah.
That Rasmus Anderson goal where he just sniped it from his own blue line.
To be fair though,
that was insane.
If you really watch that clip back, I'm not defending Mike Smith. I'm a proud Edmonton hater. If you really watch that clip, not one Edmonton player pressured Anderson. Not one. They were all either changing or standing back, and Smith is just standing there.
Dude, it's from his own fucking blue line. Like,
Yeah.
Rasmus just trying to dump it in and just try something. And it's somehow. I don't think Rasmus even trying to score there.
I'm not.
PK Subban
I'm
ass
not-
goal, dude.
I'm not defending Rasmus Anderson. I'm not defending Mike Smith.
Subban
I'm not
ass
defending
goal.
Mike Smith. I'm just saying that Edmonton should have done something more than just fucking stand there for that one.
The goaltender should have that one.
No, I'm not defending. I'm saying that Edmonton has to do more in that situation. So, because it's not entirely on Smith. Yeah, he has to have that one because it's a floater. But then again, as you know, floater pucks and bouncing pucks are some of the most difficult to save.
That joint just went straight there. No, bouncing pucks is way harder to save than floating pucks. I guarantee you. Anyone can probably save a floating puck. You should not. I'm sorry, if I shot it from the opposite blue line, that thing should not go in.
No,
That
it
thing
shouldn't.
should not go in.
But
A bouncing
all I
puck, yes, because it bounces, dude. I have nightmares of them.
Yeah.
No, I completely get where you're coming from here. I actually kind of want to switch this. So, Demko's back.
Did you touch me?
Oh my god,
saw
guys,
it.
Check your phone.
I saw.
guys.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going, buddy? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
Me and Ali can talk for a minute and a half.
Okay, we're just gonna keep on going. Okay. Yeah. What an absolute loser over there. I'm probably gonna go take a piss or something. You know.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. What a beauty. Yeah. No, I wanted to ask him about Arthur Sheelovs. You know, finally leaving. That'll be a fun time.
I don't know. Arthur Sheelovs, I think he's been put in a bad situation. He's kind of thrown into the fire here. He's kind of thrown into the fire. He's only had playoffs, and he's thrown into the fire into a regular season, and they try to put him in a starting position right away, and he's so young. It just...
What can you do there?
It's hard to do.
Also, one other thing I want to bring up here. Someone has been activated from LTIR that I made a giant rant about last week.
Oh, Mark Stone.
Mark Stone is back. So
I was gonna say,
let's play a game here. How long before he goes back on LTIR?
3 weeks. He'll be back on LTIR by mid-January.
I can see that. I
was gonna say this earlier before Trouba got confirmed. I was like, oh, Trouba, Mark Stone's back's kind of hurting.
I was gonna say, yeah. Oh my god. If you guys somehow pull out
like
Trouba,
I said, I'm a Vegas fan, but even I can sit here and say, what this is fucking like, what is this going on? Like,
I'm
it's gotta
sure,
be patched.
I fully believe that if he were to get traded to Vegas or something, you would actually get a decent return. Like, you get a first prospect for Trouba. I think the reason why they traded him to Anaheim is because, hey, we'll take the full salary.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably.
And that's what's more valuable right now to the Rangers.
So, because Parker's gone, we have a couple other things on the agenda for later on today, guys. But for now, I want to sort of skip to our feel-good story. So, there's a set of pads out there. It's a goalie pad. It's a goalie pads. And I got to show Ali these, if I can find them. Jasper Fire goalie pads.
Yeah, so Kylan's got a set of pads that I have not personally seen yet. If you're seeing this on video, we'll describe them for you.
So, basically, in a nutshell, they're a set of pads. So the backstory behind them is this guy his guy lived in Jasper, and his whole set of goal gear got burnt in the Jasper wildfires this summer. So I don't know if he commissioned it or if CCM gave it to him. I'm not fully sure, but he got a CCM DigiPrint set of pads, and they're beautiful. They're of the Canadian Rockies in the background type thing. This is them right here. So it's a white pad with like a sketch artist thing.
Holy.
And they're really good. I thought it was a feel good story because if CCM did gift them, I think CCM gifted them. That's a really feel good story.
That is actually awesome. You gotta love it.
We're gonna put a pause here for technical difficulties, while I go figure out if Parker Stevens is okay, and we'll be back. All right, and welcome back. We are back now with all of our members. Yep. I want to move on to a couple different things. First off, some big news today. One of the Team Canada selection camp for the World Juniors has been injured, and as such, Zane Parekh, who is arguably better than the original person who was on that roster that got injured, has been called up to the World Juniors. What I want to ask you guys, though, is what do you guys think of this World Junior selection roster? Because there's been a lot of very notable names that have been left out. Tijiginla, which I know for injury, but Tijiginla, you have players like Michael Misa who've been left out.
That
sort of thing.
Another thing. Carter Yakimchuk.
Carter
That's
Yakimchuk.
a huge one to me. The fact Parekh wasn't there at the beginning either absolutely shocks me.
I want to talk to you guys about how you guys are thinking, what you guys are thinking, Team Canada's thinking, Hockey Canada's thinking. Like, what do you think about these quote-unquote snubs?
I'm going to talk. I know this is going to actually lead into our next conversation of the Four Nations face-off. But I hate how Hockey Canada, if you look at the American rosters, they just put the best players. They put the best players on the ice, and sometimes that's what you got to do. If you look at that 2018 team, it wasn't about chemistry. You put the best team. I know everything behind the 2018 team, but that is one of the best hockey teams I have seen.
2018 team, isn't that with a specific goaltender?
That is one of the best on the ice. That is one of the best hockey teams I have seen.
I'm glad you specified on the ice, because as humans, they are possibly the worst humans I've ever seen in my life.
On the ice, that is one of the best teams I've ever seen.
Team chemistry, though.
Oh God!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It was right there.
Dude, I had to. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that was
on
wrong
the ice.
Kind of fucking chemistry.
On
dog.
the ice. The team
dude,
chemistry.
I'm sure. Fuck me. Wrong kind of chemistry, dude.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. On the ice,
okay.
I shouldn't have even brought it up, but to me, that's one of my favorite. Well,
that's one of your favorite teams.
Damn.
On the ice, I had so many good memories of that 2018 team.
Captain,
Again, barring whatever happened
Captain
outside
SA
of it.
over here.
Okay. But on the ice, they were so much fun to watch. You know what I mean? Oh my! I
They
don't.
were so much fun off the ice apparently as well.
I was gonna say because like I have good memories of certain players. I'm not gonna say
Who do you have good memories of?
Kale McCarr was incredible that year. I'm gonna I'm gonna keep it
Did
very.
you guys hear about the court case? So for the court case, all those players, and you know what, we know the jokes we're making. They are jokes. But the court case happened
Just
recently.
to specify.
Yeah, they are.
The court case happened recently, like their court case. And Dylan Dubé rocked up in a full-ass Gucci suit. How is this man affording a Gucci suit on a third-line salary?
Well,
I mean, it's third line NHL.
True.
Salary.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Carter Hart never showed up. That dude's still in Russia. He never came back. And we can't extradite him. So he just fled the country to Russia.
oh guys, you're starting goaltender for the Russian national team.
Dude just fled the country. Like he never showed up to his thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That is actually crazy. He just fled the country.
He just fled. He never came back.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry if that's not guilty.
That is well again.
Well, we already knew he was guilty, if we're being honest.
Dude, Cale McCarr, apparently Cale McCarr confirmed the rumors at some point. That's what I was told.
Wait, Kale McCarr did what?
No, so they were trying to get Cale. I don't know if he confirmed the rumors. I don't think he confirmed the rumors, but they were trying to get because they were trying to get all like the notable NHL players that were on that team banned from the NHL.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they tried to come after Cale McCarr, and Cale McCarr was like, "Dude, I wasn't even in town."
No, Kale
He's-
McCarr was the
he's-
first one to prove his innocence. He's like, I was on a family vacation or something. Like,
No, he was with his dad the whole night. They have receipts, they have everything. He was with his dad the whole night, so he's clean. Like that was fine. He didn't even know.
Yeah.
He didn't even know stuff was happening.
yeah.
But like they tried to come after Cale McCarr, and I don't know. I think that whole situation. There's so many different sides. Like there's only one side that matters, and it should never have happened.
Yeah. Agreed. 100%.
And like shit human beings, but
Okay, back to my point here. Team Canada, I feel like we just need to put the best players on the ice because the best players will connect with the best players, right?
Yeah.
only to a certain point. Because there's certain players who are better at doing certain things than other things.
I understand what you
like
mean.
for example, like Travis Sanheim on the Four Nations roster. I'd agree he's one of the best Canadian defensemen in the NHL right now. Is he? But he's like we've seen the rosters. He's on third pairing, like over Devin Taves.
Okay, but
he's on the pairings over. He's in the lineup.
Devin Taves is better than Travis Sanheim.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I love Travis, but Travis is better at certain things than Devin Taves is. Like Travis is more defensive than Devin Taves.
Agreed.
For example,
Yeah.
he's better in the D zone than Devin Taves.
Yeah.
So as such, Devin Taves is the seventh defenseman and Travis is in the lineup. I'm saying an example. We don't know if this is confirmed or not.
Taves and McCarr's your first line. It'd be idiotic to not have that.
But this you don't know. Like if I believe like they released the actual like the lines themselves, and Taves was your seventh defenseman.
Yeah. Well, no. Again, those lines they weren't even like proper position or anything. They just put them in, like they didn't even put them in order. Right.
No,
That's the
they
thing.
did.
They didn't know. I guarantee you they did not. I guarantee you they did not. I saw it. Those were definitely not lines.
Yeah, well,
Those were
they
definitely not lines.
I'm pretty sure they have it
They
ordered.
just no.
'Cause it's-
That's definitely not the lineup. I guarantee you. I'm sorry. Hold on.
It could have just been alphabetical order.
That's what I'm thinking. Hold on.
But either way, whatever. Either way, what I'm saying is like if you have, for example, like Travis in the lineup over Devin Taves, well, yeah, Devin Taves is good, but he's a quite offensive guy versus Travis, who's well in juniors he was a very offensive guy, both in the NHL he's been more two-way versus his pure offense he was in the dub.
Because on the NHL right now it says Travis Sanheim's the seventh.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
I don't know.
But my point is, if you're in such a short-term tournament, chemistry, yes, it is important, but you got to let your star players play. And a guy like Michael Misa, who is absolutely, what is he? He's on a 130-point pace.
For World Juniors, I agree, but you also remember that they have to build a lineup as well. They have to have certain guys who have to have certain roles.
I'm talking about World Juniors. Yes, I understand, but Michael Misa, what he's doing right now, I'm sorry, 49 points in 25 games.
Michael Misa should have been on the roster.
He
from the
should have been
start.
on. He should be on the selection cap at minimum.
So should have Carter Yakimchuk, and I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Tidgy Gimla's injured, so I get that one. But like.
Zane Parekh should have been on the roster from the beginning.
All
Like,
I'm
what
saying
are
is
you doing?
I was using that Four Nations as an example. If you have, for example, your seventh defenseman or someone like Travis, who doesn't seem like the most standout guy, but is really good both ways, like he's not as noticeable, but he's super solid both ways, then he may make it over a guy like Devin Taves if they have multiple offensive defensemen and they only want to have and they need.
I mean,
that
Devin
extra guy
Taves
there.
is a defensive defenseman, and again, he is going to be the
He's a
top pair
two-way.
defenseman.
No,
he's going to be a top pair defenseman.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying in general.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But my argument here, especially in World Juniors, where let's be honest, chemistry doesn't really matter at this point. You got to let your star players play. And having a
it
guy like
does
Michael
matter.
Misa, yes, but the best players have an ability to adapt,
Yeah.
right? Michael Misa, if he's that good, should have an ability to adapt.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you look a couple of years ago, Canada put our best players on. Like, literally, like, we took the best players from the CHL and the NCAA, and we put them on our roster, and we
Which
went
year?
out. It was when we got bronze.
Okay. Well, again,
we
some
only-
years it's not
but
going to work
we-
out. You
we
can't
only
win
got
each year,
bronze.
but I'm still
But
sticking with it.
What I'm saying is that rather than just taking the best players possible, you have to look at building a lineup. And I'm not agreeing with the fact they didn't take Misa, Yakimchuk, Parek. I'm not agreeing with that. What I'm saying is that there's always a reason for it because they're trying to build a team. Like, they're trying to build each person have a role. And if this star player already has another person who's taken that role, then. And if that person who can take that role, that, like, the same like Kamisa, he's a pure point scorer. He's a pure goal scorer and all that.
But then you got to
But
look at
this-
that center position. You have a guy like Tanner Howe, who you could put at the starting center instead of Michael Misa.
What I'm saying is, Michael Misa is a pure goal scorer. And if you can have someone like Tanner Howe, for example,
Yeah.
who can score,
That guy is fucking awesome,
who can
dude.
score at a huge pace, but also can play defensively as well. Well, if he has two assets versus Michael Misa's only proven one, because Misa's defensive game is not the greatest. If you have a guy that can give two assets versus the one asset, I'm going to take that two asset guy every day. Even if his two his two assets are developed enough that they're very, very useful.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the same, like, the one asset isn't at the same level as Misa, for example.
Because he's still at the point where he's playing.
But he's still there
WHL,
enough.
even though he's been drafted. Right?
You know what I mean?
So-
Like if he has, like, let's say for example, like, I have a guy who can score and can play defensively versus a guy who can just score. But that guy who can score is so much better at scoring than this guy. But he's still very good at scoring and playing defensively. I'm gonna take that guy who's very good at both of them over the guy who's only good at one thing. I'd rather have a 2-trick pony than a 1-trick pony.
Michael Misa is so freaking good. I know we're basically agreeing. Also, sorry, Michael Misa. Did you guys know he got suspended for throwing a teddy bear back at the fans? That was funny.
because the OHL is full of fucking snowflakes now.
That
but
is so much fun.
Tanner Howe-
Mennonite is apparently a suspendable offense.
That was insane.
No, but- I mean,
Oh my god.
you have to admit, Tanner Howe's been having a great year in the Dub.
Oh, fucking fantastic!
and since he got
dude.
traded to Calgary,
He's been doing
2
fantastic.
points a game.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Like, it's one of those things where, like, I don't think that. I think Misa should have been on the roster, but
Oh,
if
of
you're looking
course.
at it, if you can get a 2-trick pony or a 3-trick pony or a 4-trick pony versus having a
Yeah.
1-trick pony,
Take a jack of all trades, master of none over a one-trick pony.
in Misa's case, I think that's the correct case. Tidge would have been on if he wasn't injured.
Yeah.
In regards to Yakimchuk, I do think they are done there because that guy. I will say it right now. That guy is possibly going. That he will, if he continues like he is, he will win the Norris at one point.
Oh, okay.
At one point in his career, he's good defensively. He can score. He's good defensively. He has size. He has speed. He can hit.
And he's good defensively.
He's very good
Good
defensively.
defensively.
But no, but you know what I'm saying.
Did you know he's good defensively?
Look at what you're wearing and shut your mouth. No, but like, he's good in the D zone. He's big. He can
good
score.
defensively.
Shut the fuck up! I'm making a point.
I'm just saying he's good defensively.
Yeah.
You know?
As Ali said, but he's big. He can score. He can pass. He can move really well, and he can hit. Those are all really good qualities in defenseman, especially for someone of his size. And he doesn't move like he's a big guy. If you watch him, he moves like he's 5'3". Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm exaggerating, but he moves like he's a small guy. All those qualities, like, I don't see why they wouldn't at least put him on the selection camp roster. Like,
Yeah.
for Yakimchuk especially, like for the other guys, I can maybe see a point for it. Like Parek, I can't really see it. But Parek, as we've said, Parek has to develop his defensive game. If you look at him, he's very good offensively as an offensive defenseman, but defensively, he's still got to develop on that.
You gotta have a guy. I'm sorry, what, 7th overall pick? Like, how do you not leave that?
I get that, but again, like me and Parker were saying, he has to develop his defensive game.
Yeah,
so again, one trick pony versus jack of all trades. You know what I mean?
I would rather have I'm sorry, I'd rather let my stars play. Like,
This is why you're on the
Canada's
Team
built on
Canada
stars.
roster. This is why you're on the Team Canada coach.
I'm sorry, I'm putting the best talent on the ice at all times. Because this is the World Juniors. I'm sorry,
but
you're
it
going to
doesn't
play a
always
team
work.
like Latvia or something, and that's going to be some good team bonding after you shit on
Yeah,
them so
but
bad.
the issue is it's not bonding wise. It's what skills you have. If you take the top guys, the top point guys, your stars from all your places, you're gonna have so much offensive talent, but defensively, you're gonna be fucking awful. Like, and no offense,
'cause-
Canada doesn't have the goaltending right now in the World Juniors category to not have a defensive team.
You got to think of who you're going to be playing against, right?
Yeah,
You got the
you have
U.S.
the- you have
players
the
who are
US dude.
arguably becoming better
would-
than Canada at hockey. They're
Don't
arguably
even-
becoming better than Canada at hockey.
Their development's different.
And you have Sweden that's
Sweden's up there.
always been able to
That's the
develop
thing.
fucking
Sweden-
superstars.
And that's the thing. You also think about the fact that U.S., Sweden, Finland, they're not just looking for their top players. They are looking for their role players.
Even
as well.
like Czechia and Germany now they're competing.
Czechia's fucking wild.
Czechia is fucking crazy. And team like even Latvia, yeah, you said they're gonna smoke them, but Latvia's got a contending.
Slovakia's up there getting there soon. Germany has been producing some
team.
talent.
Germany,
Czechia.
too.
yeah.
Like,
Germany's been producing.
I
some fucking
understand why they
scary
left someone
players.
like Perek and Misa off because again, Perek has been noted he has to develop his defensive game. He's still a fantastic player and has a lot of different. I don't.
Well, yeah,
agree
everybody
fully.
that's even all of these
I don't-
guys are fantastic.
I don't
hockey
agree
players.
that he was left off. I think he should at least been in a selection roster, but I understand to a point why because he doesn't have to develop his defensive game so much. Misa again is a scorer, but if you have someone like Tanner Howe who can do the same role and play defensively and can be a leader on the team, I get that.
Yeah.
Yakimchuk, I do not see at all. I do not understand at all. He's a big, talented defenseman
Yeah.
who can score and play both ways on the ice. I have no clue why you left him out. The only way I could think of is because he's still signed with Ottawa. Every player who is signed with an NHL team, even if they're playing in the dub, has to be released by that NHL team.
Yeah.
Because when they're playing in the dub, they're loaned to that WHL team.
Because was Tanner
How
Howe?
the fuck would Ottawa not let him go? It's great development.
Because what? Because
Injury
Pittsburgh let
risk.
Tanner Howe go.
And
So,
like, come
I mean-
on.
It's LA, I think.
How many? No, but like,
Tanner Howe is Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh? Then yeah.
you can say, injury risk. Like, dude, why is everyone else allowed to go then?
No.
And Ottawa's the only one that like, we need to, like, unless there's something we don't know.
It's the same thing that Chicago didn't let Bedsy go.
Okay, no, but
It's just
Betsy's
saying-
no,
He's gonna play the
no.
whole
But
season,
Kylan,
though, right?
here's the thing: is Betsy's in the NHL and
Yeah.
he's a real producer. Yakimchuk is not playing with the Sens this year. Let's be honest here.
He should be.
Yes, he should be,
He
but
should
he's
be.
not.
But-
The World Juniors is
No,
a great development program
100%.
for him.
And
It is,
I'm
but-
saying that. I'm saying that. But this is the thing I was thinking is that's the only reason I could see him not being included.
And that'd be
Is if-
idiotic of
is-
Ottawa to
is
not
if
let play him.
Either Ottawa said no or Yakimchuk himself said, I don't want to go.
I guarantee you there's going to be other Ottawa prospects. And I think it's just Hockey Canada being dumb. Like,
Ali has a severe grudge against Hockey Canada.
Well, I mean, Hockey Canada has made some bad decisions.
No. Ali has some personal reasons we won't ever get into.
Yeah, I was
that he
saying.
has a severe grudge against Hockey
well,
Canada.
not Hockey Canada. And it's not really Hockey Canada, but there's a lot of stuff in Hockey Canada. That's just. Honestly, it's the reason why the U.S. has catched up. Let's be honest here.
Caught up.
Sorry, caught up.
Caught up.
Catched up, whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't think it's the reason. I
No,
think,
again,
I think Hockey Canada is fantastic.
The U.S. is developing, but the U.S. has built these programs to develop young players.
the issue is that the
Hockey
fact
Canada, we're still stuck in the 90s.
the issue is that Hockey Canada is that we're still there. The issue is the fact that we went for about a 3 year period there, and this would allow the U.S. to catch up. If you look, the U.S. is Hockey USA or USA Hockey. I don't know which way they put it first.
Yeah.
They've always been one unified unit.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
USHL's in there, the NCDC and the USP, like they're all unified. They all know where they all stand.
Yeah.
They all know what their job is. NCAA, they know what their job is.
Mm-hmm.
And they go from there and they develop through that way. And they all are unified. Hockey Canada has been very, very split the last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
When they put so many rules on all of our junior leagues,
Yeah.
to the point where the BCHL splits off and you have to make a new junior A league in BC. And then you have teams defecting from the AJ because you're putting too many rules. And then you have all this stuff going with major juniors and all these different changes that have been happening. When you're so divided in Hockey Canada as a collective organization through all the junior teams, through all this stuff. And again, we're talking about the highest level. So junior A it's in there because again, junior A, while it's not the major juniors, it affects the major juniors. and all this, because again, that's a place where the major junior teams players send their team down. And the BCHL before they left, and still even now, but before they left when they were in Hockey Canada, they were the best league. The only team that could compete with them was Brooks. They were the best league. So when you had major junior guys in the dub that you were sending them down. Well, fuck, I'm going to send them to BCHL instead of the AJHL because fuck, they got like this huge ass talent there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And now BCHL left and you can't send them down there anymore.
No.
Yep.
You only have your AJHL teams and your MHL teams and your MJHL teams and your SJHL teams and your OJs, which is awful. Like you don't have the same level to be able to work with. And as a whole, the dividedness and all that stuff and all these different changes, it's caused development to slow. And that's why we see in the NHL, we don't have many Canadian goaltenders are very good.
And like, let's be honest, the one thing that I loved about the U.S. is that U.S. national development team. Yeah. That team, you want to know why the U.S. is such a dominant force in World Juniors is because they have all their best players on that team and they've been playing with each other since they're young.
It's because
they have chemistry.
The U.S.
they
has
have
a sense
stars.
of they have a sense of pride that Canada doesn't. I think when it comes down to it.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You are so right.
This might sound fucking stupid as shit, but everybody loves to win, but nobody hates to lose as much as the U.S. does.
This dude just watched Shoresy.
Okay.
No. The
boys hate the lose.
Yes.
Hey,
I
give your balls a tug there, bud.
Okay. Yeah. No. But still, I'm right though. When it comes to that,
you're right.
The U.S. has an obsession with being number one at everything they do,
including nuclear weapons.
Sorry. Fucking wild. All right. No, but still, that's true. It's true though.
Japan.
Okay, buddy.
Anyways, but it's one of those like. I agree with you to a point. The only reason I say to a point is because there are those Canadians who are extremely patriotic who do want to win and who
but how many are there? No, but like Kylan, even if you look at it right now, how many players are in the US? No, but dude, you interrupt me all the fucking time. Like seriously.
I don't.
I'm talking right now. No, you do. Okay. No. Okay. I'm interrupting. I'm speaking now, buddy. Okay. Okay.
He's just wearing the black C on his arm.
Ali literally just went, I am the captain now to you. That's fucking crazy.
Fuck, I was just talking. Anyways, as I was saying.
Yeah, I forgot my point.
The U.S. national development team.
Yeah.
I don't. Again, Ali, it's not their best players. That is, it is their top players in the nation. But again, they all play a role within that team. It's not just their absolute superstars.
Kylan, if you look at that, Austin Matthews, Jack Hughes, Cole Caulfield.
Yes, a lot of superstars have come out of that. But I'm saying is like, if you look at their whole roster as a whole, whenever you look at them, they're not just taking every single superstar they can find and putting it on a team and going from there.
But they're developing them. Again, this is a different argument from what I'm saying in the Canada. Is what I'm saying is we need a better development program. The U.S., the reason why they're catching up so quickly is because look at that program. They're building these players and they're making them like the amount of talent the 2019 draft. I look back at it, and like the amount of talent they had in that first round is insane. Yeah. It's absolutely insane. Like Jack Hughes, Cole Caulfield, Trevor Zegras, like insane. Austin Matthews came from there.
Really?
Okay, sorry, Trevor Zegras was the wrong name in there, but he was the first one that pops up to my mind. But also going back to your point, which was the point which I interrupted Kylan for, is players don't want to play in Canada anymore, right? Like I see a lot of players, they want to go down south. You look at a guy like Steven Stamkos. There is no pride to be Canadian in hockey anymore. You know what I mean? Like players don't want to come home. There is no pride in, hey, I'm going to play for my hometown team, right? There isn't. And like players would rather go down. Again, there's a reason why Florida and Tampa are so dominant. And yes, props to them because they've marketed themselves perfectly for players. I'll give them their flowers there. But players would rather go to Florida and have, like, instead of coming home and winning something at home, which it would mean more to the people of Toronto than it would mean to the people of Sunrise.
But Toronto's never going to win.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm sorry.
Never will.
Like, if you win in Winnipeg, you're going to be seen as a hero. You're the hometown kid, right?
I don't agree with you as much. I agree with you to a point, but I don't agree with you as much in the fact of the pride. I think what it more is the fact that green speaks louder than pride. Like, and that's the other thing. Money is a very high financial motivator.
There's no morals. Especially in Hockey Canada, there is no morals.
I don't know where the fuck you're getting morals from in this.
There are no morals in Hockey Canada.
I don't know where you're getting morals from my point. I don't know where the fuck you're getting morals from.
Well, we're prioritizing green instead of developing the game here in Canada. Let's be honest.
I was talking about NHL players.
Okay, sorry. I thought we're talking about hockey. Canada's
No.
development. Okay,
I'm
continue.
NHL players. You're saying coming back home, being the hometown kid, and all this stuff. But if I'm gonna have a choice between coming to Canada, who can't pay as much money, and I can come back here, like Canadian teams, they don't have the budget that American teams do.
No, I'm sorry. There's a salary cap for a reason.
There's a salary cap, but you think
no,
teams
but
don't
like-
walk around that to give you extra little bonuses? Yeah,
No,
my
but Kylan,
fucking
okay,
dick.
where would you have rather gone? To Arizona, where they're not playing people. They're always at the lower of the salary cap. I know they're gone right now. But, like, Edmonton is paying big money, right? Like, Winnipeg is paying big money.
This is what I'm saying. Is
like,
the fact
you
that,
can say, no, we make enough money and we pay our players.
But what I'm saying is, the fact, like, this is the other thing you think about is the pressure. So yeah, it's a Canadian market. It's a big thing, okay. But would I rather be able to make great money, get taxed super heavily? Because even if I'm a Canadian citizen, we tax so much more than the U.S., especially in Florida, for example. Would you rather come up here, have all that pressure, not be able to leave the house without getting recognized by someone, and hope there's only a handful of people in Canada that actually recognize that they're people as well, that you got to like let them be with their other families.
Yeah.
Maybe say hi type thing. But would you rather have them do that, or would you rather go to Florida where you can walk around like a normal person, no one even recognizes you on a daily basis unless they're a super big hockey fan, and you can make the same money and get taxed less? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In that situation, I'm going to Florida every single time.
Like, it's easier to have an active life.
It's nothing to do with pride for Canada. It's purely because of way of life. Like, it's easier, especially if they have a family. Like, fuck, it'd be so much easier if I want to go out to the beach with my kids, or if I want to go out somewhere with my kids. It's so much easier if I'm down in a place that hockey isn't the biggest sport, like Florida, like Tampa, even like fucking, I don't know, LA, for example, where hockey's not the biggest sport there. And I can go out with my family to the beach, for example, have a good day at the beach, won't get bombarded by anyone, won't get bothered by anyone, and I can still make the same amount of money and have a good family life. Versus coming up north, where Canadians fans are crazy about their hockey teams. You see one out there, you're going to say something about it. You're going to say something to them. And there's only a handful of people in Canada that recognize that if they're with their families, hey, let them be. And usually the ones that are a handful recognize that are the guys who have either been around high-level hockey their whole life, have played high-level hockey their whole life, or are former show players. Like, it's just Canadians just don't understand that. The other fans just don't understand that these players have to be people too, and if they're with their families, fucking let them.
Well, again, that's with any athlete, though, right? Like, let's be honest. If you were in, like, NFL teams NFL players get everywhere, right? Like, let's be honest.
100%.
But, like, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Why would I come and purposely walk into that when I can go somewhere else that wants me?
Because it just means more. Let's be honest. If you won a Stanley Cup, wouldn't you? If you could win a Stanley Cup anywhere, where would you want to win?
Vancouver.
Well, it depends. Am I playing?
If you're playing, if you could bring one Stanley Cup and you're playing, where would you want to bring it?
Well,
Vancouver.
obviously, I'd like to bring it to Calgary only because my family's all here. But the difference is, though, as well, is that if I'm a family man, I'm not just thinking about my own personal wants. I have to think into account of my family.
No,
He
but
does have
that's
a
what
point.
I'm talking about. Is it's the community that raised you, right? If I'm a hockey player, I grew up in Calgary, I came all this way, and it's the community that helped me get here. I want to win back for my community. I want to give them.
I don't give a. But
I have that chip on my shoulder where I want to give it back.
If I have kids and a wife, I don't give a fuck about the community anymore. I give a fuck about them.
Okay, I see your argument, but I would want to win.
My argument.
And also, second of all, my other thing too is if you're gonna be an NHL player, you know what you're signing up for. You know what you're signing up for here.
Of course you do, but at the same time,
Like,
you
know
also
your
remember
privacy
that
is completely gone if you want to be in the public view.
100%. But if I can have a chance and even a little bit of privacy or normalcy, I'm going to take that with my family versus that. I'd love to win, and everyone will say they'd love to win in their hometown. But you have to remember that there's only a certain amount of time you can do with your hometown. There's a certain amount of places. And also, it's ease. Like, look at Johnny. He wanted to be close to his family. He wanted to not walk outside and get recognized. He wanted his kids to have a normal fucking life. And rest in peace, but I agree with him. I don't fault him for leaving Calgary.
I don't fault him either. Like, again, no, but that's the other thing about Johnny is, look, he went closer to home, right? And I think, let's be honest,
but he didn't
if you
go home. He had an option to go
That is
home,
fair.
and he didn't.
Well,
because
he didn't get a contract from Philly. I know that for a fact.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. Not from Philly.
No, it was New Jersey.
Because Philly didn't want to trade James Van Riemsdyk. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. But no,
but yeah, you got a point. Yeah.
But he grew up in New Jersey as well. That's another hometown team.
That's fair.
He grew up in both of them. So,
I guess Columbus isn't his hometown, but yeah, I understand what you mean.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so much you can do, and players have to think about their families as well, especially once they have kids. It's more about their families than it is about their own personal vendettas.
I don't know. I'd want the community. I'd want
this is why you're not an NHL player.
You never know until you're in the position, though.
That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, I can criticize them all I want, right? But
yeah, you never know until
I've known enough NHL players, and I've known enough about the game of hockey, been around long enough to know that if a choice between their family and the NHL, every single one of them is choosing their fucking family.
Well, because think about it though.
They all love hockey.
In your regular life, you're gonna pick your family over your job no matter what. At that point, hockey's just your job.
They all love hockey. They all want to play hockey. They were born to be hockey players. But if you had to tell any one of those NHL guys, pick between your family and hockey, they'll choose their family every single fucking time.
Keeping with this argument, John Tavares.
Yeah, he went home, but look, he's done fuck all.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like,
would you want to be
brought
stuck
his family
in
to Toronto?
Yeah, but would you want to be Would you want to be stuck in Brooklyn or to go to Toronto?
Well, first of all, if I could choose anywhere to play, I'd want to play in Calgary. I'd play Calgary or Edmonton because I want to be close to home.
Yeah, but this is the other thing you think about is that he brought his family. He had to talk. He probably talked with his wife about that extensively and said, "This is one of the contracts I've been offered." It's all family basis. But again, if you tell any NHL player, choose between your family and hockey, they're going to choose their family because hockey is, for every single NHL player, is temporary. Every single one is temporary.
That's why I'd want to win.
They maybe have 10,
maybe
10 years.
But
maybe 10 years in the NHL.
Yeah. Okay.
But you notice how a lot of the younger guys are always like, yeah, I really want a cup. And a lot of the older guys are like, you know what? It's at the point in my career where it's either I get one or I don't. That's because they have a family,
you got a point.
And they're living.
They're not going to kill themselves for the game.
Yeah, exactly.
They know they have to have a career after hockey. That's why NCAA is becoming so much more within there because every single player there gets an education with it. So every single player there that comes from the NCAA, once their hockey career is over, and that's a big thing that NCAA emphasizes is that you're not going to be a hockey player forever. Once your hockey career is over, you have something to fall back on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to wrap it up there?
I think we're going to wrap it up there.
I think that was a good segment to wrap it up on.
Awesome. I think we're wrap it there. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.
Like and subscribe.
Go fuck yourself.